All right, hello everybody. What is going on? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream, and welcome to a new series where we're going to be leveling an Enhancement Shaman in World of Warcraft Classic on the Anniversary Realms. We're going to be on the Night Slayer PvP server. This is going to be a nice, relaxing, immersive leveling experience. We've got all the sound settings adjusted just right. We've got a nice appealing interface. It's very minimalistic but classic in nature, and using a few immersive add-ons like dialogue UI and AI voiceover and stuff, which isn't too bad for the Torns, but we might end up disabling it whenever it starts getting more the orcs and other races of Azeroth. But let's dive right in. I'm what some may consider a veteran at this game. Take that as you wish. In my definition, by my definition, it means I've been playing the game for an extremely long time. All aspects of the game, PvE, PvP, macros, professions, top tier rating guilds back in the day, all that good stuff. Nowadays, I'm just old and I like to take my time and enjoy a little bit of the world that I might have skipped and rushed over in the past. So let's get going. And I'll keep it talking to a minimum, but let me crank my music back up here. And let's see what the Tauren intro movie has to offer. As soon as we beat the loading screen boss, that's the only caveat is that we have to load all of said add-ons in the first place, which may take a hot second, even though I have this extremely overpowered computer that I have no business playing a 20-year-old game on, but it is what it is.
Once a nomadic people, the Tauren roamed the endless plains of the Barrens, hunting the mighty Kodo. Scattered across the land, the wandering tribes were united only by their common hatred for their sworn enemy, the marauding Centaur. Seeking aid against the Centaur, the great chieftain Cairn Bloodhoof befriended the savage orcs who had recently journeyed to Kalimdor. With the orcs' help, Cairn and his tribe were able to drive back the Centaur and claim the grasslands of Mulgore for their own. Upon the windswept mesa of Thunder Bluff, Cairn built a refuge for his people. Over time, the scattered tribes united under a single banner. Though the noble Tauren are peaceful in nature, the rites of the Great Hunt are venerated as the heart of their spiritual culture. As a tribesman of Mulgore, you must test your skills in the wild and prove yourself in the Great Hunt.
All right. So I've got a few add-ons and macros set up already, which I'll just go over here briefly. This is a simple start attack lightning bolt macro. Clear these off. This is a simple healing wave, not healing touch. We're not playing a druid. This is a food and drink macro that I need to update. Looks like I've got the Harvest Festival food in here from another character I had going. Go ahead and put that down here. And this is going to be our interrupt that we're going to use. Go ahead and put that on our bars as well. That's eventually going to be a shift modifier, flame shocker, shock macro. This icon right here is tell me when. It's gonna tell me when I'm missing or about to miss a weapon imbue. We're using Joanna's leveling add-on. Joanna's speed leveling guide. We are not going to be speed leveling by any means, but this is just an extremely efficient guide, and it includes lots of information on professions, class-specific details, when to grab certain abilities and stuff. It's just a nice all-in-one leveling guide that keeps other areas of the game in mind as you're going about your journey. Yeah, I decided on Tauren, mainly because the healing debuff, I like PvP primarily. The healing debuff sucks for orcs, Blood Fury. Shaman are already pretty prone to getting trained in BGs and arena, so I don't want to die faster whenever I'm trying to do more damage. I just don't like that. I also don't like the RNG aspect of the stun resist. I know work is BIS for PvP. I get it, understand it, but I just like something working when I want it to work, and just doesn't always do that with work. So I like War Stomp. War Stomp is a great ability. And it works exactly when you want it to, and you can macro in other spells as well. Like, we'll do healing wave for now. Oh, you know what? Let's cast sequence is what we want. I guess War Stomp is 2 words. There we go. 6, 7. So we'll put it right there. This will be a... There we go. So we can stun and get a quick heal off. We've got other abilities that we can use later on down the road as well, like Chain Lightning. We can stun into a Fire, Nova Totem, all that good stuff. But let's get going. I'm going to go ahead and activate the guide here, and we'll get this show on the road.
Well met. You have a promising air about you and will prove yourself to the tribe. Perhaps someday soon, you will be welcomed into the great city of Thunder Bluff. But before that can happen, you must prove yourself to my father, Chief Hawkwind. Up here on Red Cloud Mesa, we pride ourselves on keen hunting skills. Tauren hunt out of necessity and for sport. Our supply of meats has run low, and we require feathers for clothing. Hunt the nearby plain striders, and prove yourself by resupplying the village. All members of the tribe share in it. We live together and work together. Our commitment to one another carries with it a high degree of responsibility. I ask of you now a humble task. My mother set out this morning to fetch water from the well to the southeast of Naracha. It has been quite some time now. Perhaps you could check on her for me while I attend to tribe matters here.
So for the AI voiceover add-on, we're mainly using it so that we don't have to sit and read text. I don't like standing in one spot and reading text that we've all read a million times. I'd rather just accept the quest and move towards the objective or on to the next quest giver. But I still want to know the quest text, right? So I haven't done every single quest in the game, so I still like to know what I'm supposed to be doing. The story behind the quest, if it's a quest chain, stuff like that. So we'll just let it talk to us instead of sitting and reading it. So here in one level, when we get Rockbiter weapon, that little sound will go away, because we will have Rockbiter weapon applied.
You traveled all this way just to help an old woman? My, aren't you a keeper? I have traveled many paths through life, and these old legs lack the vigor they once had. I can still perform my duties to the tribe. Sometimes it just takes an old woman a little longer to do the task. But you look like an eager adventurer. Let's put some of that youthful vitality to the test. Take a water pitcher from the well and bring it to my son, the chief, in Camp Nereche. Remember that even the most humble task can gain the recognition of elders.
But essentially what that icon does is, even if I'm out of target, as soon as I target something that's hostile and attackable, it's going to let me know if I don't have a weapon imbue on before I do it. So it's very important. as an Enhancement Shaman, if Wind Fury is not proccing, we are not doing much damage at all. So it's very important that we know when the imbues fall off. Kill a few more here. Anytime I'm running back to turn in a quest or turn in a series of quests or a bunch of quests, on my way back I just like to grind. Kind of fills in some of the XP gaps. Trying to decide if I like these horns or not. I think it's a pretty good combination. There's only like 3 styles of horns that I like. One of them I use strictly for druids because it's like the same horns that Moonkin form has, and I like to keep things consistent because I'm a crazy person. But these are nice too. Those I don't really like. I don't like the forward-facing ones.
Greetings.
Farewell.
The Tauren of Naraki. Thank you, adventurer. You show much promise. Just a moment ago, a messenger was looking for you, adventurer. I believe she was sent by the shaman trainer, Mila. If this note is from Mila, I wouldn't take long in reading its contents. A Tauren skilled in the ways of the hunt knows that his prey is not for mere trophy. The beasts of the plains provide us with a means of survival. You will make quite an impression on the elders if you can bring back some highly valued mountain cougar pelts. You can find the beasts lurking in the hills to the south. Our children need clothing and our tents need mending.
Be careful. What brings you here?
We will meet many times in the days to come. Each time you will hopefully leave my company a little more powerful, a little more prepared. Like the eternal flame, your spirit will burn bright and hot. Go now, adventurer. Go and test yourself. I will be here for you when you need.
You carried this picture back at the Great Mother's bidding, I see. Your willingness to help others and provide for the Tauren of Camp Narachi leads me to believe you would make the tribe proud in Thunderbluff someday. Your willingness to perform a humble task for the Tauren of Narach and your eagerness to learn are noble traits, adventurer. I believe one day you will be heralded in Thunderbluff as an adventurer of greatness. Before that, you must embark on the rites of the Earth Mother, of which there are 3. The first test is the rite of strength. Travel to Seer Greytongue and tell him Chief Hawkwind has sent you. You will find the Seer's abode directly to the south of Camp Narachi, tucked away in the hills.
Let's just see what other horn styles there are. I don't like the forward-facing ones, I know that. These are okay, but I'm feeling a little weird. Like I'm not gonna like I kind of want to see them from behind. Does that make sense? Those I would definitely see from behind. Those no, those I probably wouldn't see from behind. They're a little tiny. I don't like those. Those I would not see from behind. Those are forward. I don't like those. So it might just be these. Might have to just go with those, I think. Let's do that. think we want to be white too. That'll do.
Once a nomadic people, what brings you here?
You have a promising air about you and will prove yourself to the tribe. Perhaps someday soon, you will be welcomed into the great city of Thunder Bluff. But before that can happen, you must prove yourself to my father, Chief Hawkwind. Up here on Red Cloud Mesa, we pride ourselves on keen hunting skills. Tauren hunt out of necessity and for sport. Our supply of meats has run low, and we require feathers for clothing. Hunt the nearby plain striders and prove yourself by resupplying the village. All members of the tribe share in the harmony of life. We live together and work together. Our commitment to one another carries with it a high degree of responsibility. I ask of you now a humble task. My mother set out this morning to fetch water from the well to the southeast of Naracha. It has been quite some time now. Perhaps you could check on her for me while I attend to tribal matters here.
Yeah, we're going to going the wrong way. Forgot we created a new character.
You traveled all this way just to help an old woman? My, aren't you a keeper? I have traveled many paths through life, and these old legs lack the vigor they once had. I can still perform my duties to the tribe. Sometimes it just takes an old woman a little longer to do the task. But you look like an eager adventurer. Let's put some of that youthful vitality to the test. Take a water pitcher from the well and bring it to my son, the chief, in Camp Narache. Remember that even the most humble task can gain the recognition of elders.
And one more before we go turn these in.
How may I aid you?
The Tauren of Narache. Thank you, adventurer. You show much promise. Just a moment ago, a messenger was looking for you, adventurer. I believe she was sent by the shaman trainer, Mila. If this note is from Mila, I wouldn't take long in reading its contents. A Tauren skilled in the ways of the hunt knows that his prey is not for mere trophy. The beasts of the plains provide us with a means of survival. You will make quite an impression on the elders if you can bring back some highly valued mountain cougar pelts. You can find the beasts lurking in the hills to the south. Our children need clothing and our tents need mending.
We will meet many times in the days to come. Each time you will hopefully leave my company a little more powerful, a little more prepared. Like the eternal flame, your spirit will burn bright and hot. Go now, adventurer. Go and test yourself. I will be here for you when you need.
You carried this pitcher back at the Great Mother's bidding, I see. Your willingness to help others and provide for the Tauren of Camp Narache leads me to believe you would make the tribe proud in Thunderbluff someday. Your willingness to perform a humble task for the Tauren of Narache and your eagerness to learn are noble traits, adventurer. I believe one day you will be heralded in Thunderbluff as the adventurer of greatness. Before that, you must embark on the rites of the Earth Mother, of which there are 3. The first test is the rite of strength. Travel to Seer Greytongue and tell him Chief Hawkwind has sent you. You will find the Seer's abode directly to the south of Camp Narache, tucked away in the hills.
Alright, so we got Rockbiter weapon, and I was intentionally waiting for him to stop speaking so that I could speak. But remember, this icon is going to flash anytime we don't have Rockbiter weapon active, or any weapon in view active. But now we can just apply it. If you keep an eye on it, it'll start pulsing and flashing whenever it gets below, I think I got it set to 30 or 20 seconds, letting us know that it's time to reapply it. But now we got it on, and we'll be doing a bit more damage with our melee hits, which is nice. I want to wait until I'm done killing all my cougars to go turn in Rites of the Earth Mother, because he gives us a Mark of the Wild buff, and I want that buff to last as long into the next couple of quests as possible. Yeah, so you can see it looks like below 20 seconds my icon's going to start pulsing, letting me know that it's going to fall off in just a few seconds, so we can go ahead and reapply it.
Work complete. Chief Hawkwind sent you? Embarking on the rites of the Earth Mother is no small task. The rites of the Earth Mother are the steps a young Tauren needs to take to gain respect in Thunderbluff. First, you must pass the Rite of Strength. In this test, you must prove your bravery by slaying enemies of the tribe. Bristlebacks of Brambleblade Ravine to the east are encroaching on our tribal lands. They ambush our hunting parties and steal from the village by dark. Show your valor by slaying these villains and return to the chief in Camp Narache with their belts as proof of your deeds.
Why not? Might as well put it on. Really use a shield.
Peace, friend. Goodbye.
The Tauren of Narachi, thank you for these provisions, adventurer. With your skill in the ways of the hunt, you will surely be revered in Thunderbluff someday. The battle boars of Brambleblade Ravine to the east are encroaching on our tribal hunting grounds. They are trained to be malicious by the bristleback quill boars with whom we are at war. Go and slay the vile creatures and bring back some snouts and flanks so that we can make stew for our young.
Adventurer. I've heard of you, newcomer. Perhaps it is you that will help us where others have failed. We Tauren have carved a home out of this land, but not without a cost. The bristleback quill boars of Brambleblade Ravine, led by Chief Sharp-Tusk Thornmantle, have made our lives difficult with their continued war against us. I charge you to bring me the chief's head. He will be found in the ravine to the east in their makeshift village. The time has come, young adventurer. Your body ages and grows strong, and your spirit endures like the earth. I see it within you. You have wisdom already. The earth guides our people, and it speaks to us as it will to you in time. But you must be tested. If you are ready, then you shall see things only our kind know of. Seek out the bristleback shamans in their ravine to the east, and take from them a salve they use in their rituals. Return to me only when you have enough for your own potion.
Alright, so we've got Earth Shock. Earth Shock is our first shock spell. We're going to get several. They all share a cooldown right now. I believe they're 6 seconds. This one's just going to do instant nature damage, and it's also going to interrupt. So, if you remember earlier, we've got 2 macros here. One is just a start attack macro. This is one we're going to share with Flame Shock when we get it with a shift modifier. And then this one is just going to stay this forever. So this is going to stop casting and cast Earth Shock, which will be our interrupt. So it's always going to stay right here on number 6. It's always only going to be rank 1. But Earthshock does a good amount of damage at this low level. It is pretty mana intensive, however, so typically use it sparingly, only to finish off mobs in a pinch, or as they're running away or something. I'll just stick with opening with Lightning Bolt for now. They do have contrast in here. Look at that. Wonderful. What do we think? Can't really tell the difference, can you? I think I like that a bit better. We're going to be moving from mob to mob pretty quick in here, so we'll probably just stick with 2 lightning bolts in order to make sure that we've got enough mana to not slow down. There's a shield for us. Very nice. Well, everything looks dead over there. We're gonna run over here down to the end of this little ravine and see if we can't get a chest or something. We need quite a few more battle boars anyways for their flanks. Yeah, everything's dead over there and they're going back that way anyways. So got that stuff up here too. Come on. Alright, they're hearthing, that's good. So we can interrupt that with our Earth Shock now. It's very nice. Run up here. I know there's a chest that can spawn up here. We'll see if it's here. That was level 5. We're going to give him 3 lightning bolts. Interrupt it, see if she runs towards us. And finish her off before she finishes casting. So we haven't let any of them finish casting. So our add-on that we're using to track enemy cast bars doesn't know how long the cast time is yet. So we're gonna let one of them finish casting just so it can cache the cast time. So it can show up correctly. Right now it just shows them casting way too fast. It's not actually a 1.5 cast. You can see she'll finish casting. Let's see. That's correct cast time right there. So technically, with the 2-second interrupt, the 1.5 second global cooldown, we should actually be able to interrupt every single cast as long as it's 2 seconds or more. But that is very mana intensive. Wow, that is something I've never noticed. I've noticed the human face that's in like the Knoll tints, but I've never noticed the orc face. It's orc skin. There's like chest muscles right there, and shoulders and arms going up. This is their face. You can tell those are pointy orc ears. It's definitely an orc nose. Huh. I've never actually noticed that. That's terrifying. "20-something years of playing this game. I've never noticed that. Probably gonna pull both, but we'll pull and interrupt this one. Oh, guess we didn't pull both. That's weird. They were casting lightning bolt and we blocked an attack. They were in the middle of casting. It means that they are doing melee hits while they're casting. That's nice. We don't need any more of these guys, but we need a couple more battle boar flanks, which... Here's a couple right here. Hopefully we get lucky with 2 drops. Nope. Still gonna have to hunt for one. Perfect timing. It's probably gonna pull both. Yep. Looks like they start casting half a second sooner, so we won't be able to interrupt every cast, but a good bit of them. We're gonna get rid of this one single jerky. We will equip this belt. Going to get rid of this since it only sells for copper. We'll have to delete one more thing too, because for whatever reason, this weird piece of parchment, whenever you accept it, it wants to take a new inventory slot. It's alright. We will accept it, and we'll go ahead and hearth back to Narache, or however you say this starting area. Narache, Narache.
Hail.
Goodbye.
Most excellent. These ingredients will make a fine stew, and the loss of those boars should be a fair lesson to those vile bristlebacks.
Justice has been served on this day by your swift actions, adventurer. Let this deed serve as a warning to all who would threaten our home. You have earned this reward to help you on your sojourn, young adventurer.
You have passed the first test of the rights of the Earth Mother. The tribe will be proud.
I think we're going to keep the one-hander and shield. We could go with this staff and do a bit more damage, but we're not getting another weapon upgrade for a while unless we luck out with a drop. So I think we're going to stick with the one-handed mace for a bit.
For you to continue with the rights of the Earth Mother, you must pass 2 more tests. It is time for you to broaden your experience, adventurer. Travel to Bloodhoof Village and seek out the chief, Bane Bloodhoof, son of Cairn. There you may continue your journey and earn the acceptance of the elders of Thunderbluff. Take this totem to Bane. He will recognize my carvings and help you on your path. Follow the road out of Camp Narak and travel with haste. Do not stray, or you will lose your way. This is quite alarming indeed. But with this information, we can call on our brethren from Bloodhoof Village to help thwart the attack. You have saved the lives of many, Tauren, adventurer.
Good, adventurer. Your return here signifies that you are indeed prepared for the next step. Of all the elements, Earth represents the foundation of all things. It is your strength, your stamina, and your patience. The Earth Mother will protect you, but only if you show her proper respect. She is the basis for life, and by observing her laws, you will gain a greater wisdom. Never forget the secrets she shares with you. I shall make your sapta for you now, and by accepting it, a new path will open before you. A sapta is a drink created to bind our spirits to the elements. Fused with magic, the potion will allow the open-minded to see the elements as no one has seen them before. Your spirit will forever be tied to the element the sapta was created for, and only a select few of our kind know the secrets of its creation. The sapta is always imbibed in a holy place, and never anywhere else. Seek out the Shaman Shrine to the east of here, and drink of the sapta.
Alright, so we got a shield upgrade and a weapon upgrade. Got plenty of gear upgrades. Need to get rid of our kilt, which I think we will here in just a bit. Everything else looking good. Good, strong, young shaman we are.
You wish to speak? Splendid. The totem I will craft for you is more than a symbol. It has abilities beyond that. One use of the totem is a focus for spells. Those spells are tied to the earth, and as you earn greater and greater wisdom, more of the earth's abilities will be made accessible to you. Trainers found throughout Kalimdor will know when you are ready for greater knowledge, and will let you know as much when you visit them. But for now, take this earth totem.
All right, we got our first totem. It is an earth totem. And it is stone skin totem. Stone skin totem it's just a flat armor increase to party members within range. It's 20 yards, pretty short range. But actually it just reduces our melee damage taken. So I can't recall if this turns into an armor increase totem later on, or if that's another expansion. Judging by what I saw on the talent tree for Classic, I think this is actually just a damage decrease as it gets higher level. Anyways, this is going to be our melee, kind of a defensive cooldown all-in-one type deal. We're going to put down some, if we're, getting pounded by a rogue or a warrior or a druid in melee, or a druid in cat form specifically, then we can go ahead and slap this down. If we have a two-hander equipped, then it will automatically equip a one-hander and a mace whenever we drop this. So we'll be able to macro it in a cast sequence macro with cleansing totem as well. So if what the melee that we're fighting is a rogue, then we can spam it twice and it will equip a shield, drop stone skin totem, and then immediately afterwards drop cleansing totem for rogues. All right, let's clean up our bags. Get rid of the apples, get rid of the mushrooms.
Be careful.
Cool. Oh, we did not train new spells. We need to do that. I think it's just healing wave.
How may I aid you?
Oh, Earthbind, nice.
Winds be at your back.
Okay. So here's our second Earth Totem. This is going to just act as a slow. It's kind of like a hamstring or a crippling poison, any other slow in the game. Except for ours is you drop it on, we don't apply it ourselves. We drop it on the totem and the totem applies it whenever it pulses. So it's only within 10 yards. So it has to be like, you know, from say like here to the Plane Strider. Somebody has to be within that distance of it in order for it to actually apply the slow. And it'll reapply it if they stay within range of the totem, which is pretty cool. But if they don't, it's the opposite of cool. They're only slowed for I don't recall. I think it's like 6 seconds.
Adventurer, please, I beg of you. Can you help me? I have not finished my tasks here on the mesa. I'm in the middle of my rite of strength, and my father asked me to deliver these furs to the inn in Bloodhoof. I'm far from rested enough to complete both my rite and this task for my father. Would you mind going on for me? The inn is pleasant and a perfect place to rest during your long travels. I'm sure you'll agree once you see it.
One of my earliest memories of this game is creating a Tauren warrior. Oh, we got some alliance. Not sure what they're doing. But anyways, one of the earliest memories I have was playing on, at the time, my friend's MacBook Pro. And which was just, back then, MacBook Pros were like actually very solid for gaming, depending on how you had it spec'd. And his was a beast. And I just remember seeing this, the reflections on the rocks on this path right here. And there was a setting back then that, you know, that when you turned it on some computers, it was very taxing on your PC. So my PC could not handle it at all. When I played this game, I had everything set on the lowest possible settings, and I still only got like 28 to 30 frames per second. But I remember playing on his, getting 60 frames per second, seeing this setting, having the environment detail and foliage and stuff turned up on max. It was insane. It was like playing a totally different game. But that's one of the earliest memories that made me fall in love with this game, is playing on his MacBook Pro. And look at us now. Look at this now. I have a ridiculously overbuilt PC to play a game that has texture mapping like this. The things we do for nostalgia. I think I have this capped at 240 frames per second, I do believe. But if I uncapped it, I could get 360 plus easily out here in Mulgore, probably. I am at 4K native too. What are these guys doing? Mulgore summon some Mulgore. I think he's selling. selling summons to Mulgore. He's probably got another... Huh. Wonder how much gold he can make doing that.
Thank you for taking the time to speak to me, adventurer. I am Rule, warrior and teacher. You have obviously reached an age when you must prepare for your trials if you are to adventure much further out of Mulgore. If you wish a test of your strength, start by seeking out the Wind Fury Harpies to the southeast. They nestle along the mountain's edges away from the road. They are one of our natural enemies here in Mulgore, and will be a good gauge of your skill. Ah, the furs I was expecting. Thank you. These came faster than I'd expected. They will make good blankets for anyone who wishes to stay here. Please, feel free to stay as long as you like. My inn is always open and all of our people are welcome here. And don't underestimate a good night's rest. It can make a great difference while you're out traveling.
So I'm not going to get first aid just yet. We only have a silver and a half. So we're going to get mining. And I don't know. I'd like to do mining and skinning. Maybe we'll do herbalism and skinning. But I don't believe there's an herbalism trainer here. Let me see.
Hail.
Yeah, I gotta go to Thunder Bluff.
Watch over you.
Greetings, Wind.
Word from my good friend Chief Hawkwind. Oh, I can see by his carvings you're of a special breed. Adventurer, there are many conflicts that wound this land. It is my hope that you will not bear witness to as many of them as I have. Yet, there is one that I would ask you to seek out. It will give you some sense of how terrible, if left unchecked, even a small threat can be to the land. Palaman gnolls have settled to the south of Bloodhoof and in a cave to the west. They disrespect our attempts to communicate with them, and they slay the wildlife of Mulgore unbridled. Words are no longer the answer. The Rite of Vision, one of the rites of the Earth Mother, will help guide you toward earning the respect of the elders of Thunder Bluff. Our people have learned that the land is our most holy provider. In order to take part in the ritualistic vision, you must speak with the spiritual leader of the village, Zarlman Two Moons. There are dwarves preparing a dig site to the northwest. They think secrets lie in the earth, and that is true, but hollowing and defiling the land is no way to earn its teachings. Collect the dwarven tools of digging, smash them, and return to me with the dwarves' broken tools. You can smash the tools at a forge. You will find one in Thunderbluff, but any forge, even a forge at the dwarven camp, will suffice. Goblins and their servants have tainted our sacred water wells. We cannot allow this. To cleanse each well, I must create a cleansing totem. Then you must bring the totem to the well and perform a cleansing ritual. First, we will create a cleansing totem for the Winterhoof water well. To do this, the land must offer its aid. Hunt prairie wolves for their paws, and adult plainstriders for their talons. They are to the southwest. Return to me with the paws and talons, adventurer. The swoop is a cunning bird, and difficult to find and hunt. A collection of swoop quills is a badge of cleverness and determination for a hunter. If you are willing to take up this task, then enter the plains and hunt the swoop. Bring me their quills, and bring honor to your clan. The swoops may be found anywhere in Mulgore, but your eyes must be sharp to spot them, and your hooves must be quick to catch them. My grandfather told me stories about his battles with a strider named Mazranache. He told me of its demonic red eyes, razor-sharp talons, and venomous bite. As fortune would have it, while traveling across the plains, I encountered it, and it took a nasty bite from my shoulder. He was as terrible as my grandfather described. I will need some hard-to-find animal parts to clean the infection from his bite. A wolf heart, cougar femur, plainstrider scale, and swoop gizzard. Hurry. Time is of the essence. I sensed you would be coming to me, adventurer. I can always recognize one who is trying to pass the rites of the Earth Mother. In order to pass through the Rite of Vision, you must gather the reagents needed to make the Water of the Seers. I will need well stones, which can be found around the water wells in Mulgore. With those, I will combine ambercorn, which fall beneath the mighty trees in our land. These reagents contain magical elements, and when brewed and consumed before the tribal fire, will cause you to encounter a vision. Follow it, and it will lead you to the next step of this holy quest.
Alright, so we're going to grab skinning. We're gonna farm some mobs on our way up to Thunder Bluff. And then grab mining. We'll skin on the way up there, and then we'll sell whatever trash we pick up in order to buy a mining pick. If we can ever skin this cat. There we go. We are not going to kill level 9. Or try to, that is. Some good crits. And no crits. lucking out with the light leather so far. I think we'll post them on the auction house while we're in Thunder Bluff. Not having great luck with skinning attempts, but we are having great luck with light leather. Oh, do we try to kill Ghost Tile at level 6? He's got 247 HP. We don't have a healing pot. We're gonna give it a shot, I think. Let's get this mana tick real quick. No, he's gonna kill my... Okay. Let's give it a shot. This is a bad idea. Bad idea. We're gonna run. Bad idea. Hopefully he leashes soon. There we go. That's a bummer. He's got a quest item we'd like to start later. Is he gonna come get us again? Yep. Yep. This is unfortunate placement for these mobs too. Wonder how many people, how many low levels they've killed running through here.
Looking for something special? Walk with the earth.
Greetings, traveler.
Go in peace.
Well met.
We shall meet again.
Greetings. Be careful.
Well met. Go in peace.
All right. We are set to collect. Got 1 silver left. Can't do anything with it. Let's go post this light leather and see if it sells fairly quickly. Buy some bags as fast as possible.
Looking for something special? Goodbye.
Not the auctioneer. $52 silver. That'll be enough to buy us 4 bags easily. We're not going to make either of those, I don't think. Oh, I hope he didn't just kill Ghost Hell. Oh no, he was after that rogue. Anyways, it's not like we stand a chance against them right now anyways. I don't know what I'm crying about. I like that they're active though. The the Alliance. It's cool. See what his horns look like from above. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like them pointing up because there's also a lot of armor that I feel like they would interfere with, like shoulder armor. There's some shoulder armor with like spikes that come out the front and larger stuff on the front of the shoulders. But who knows? We're invested now. Not changing our horns again. Wait until Wrath when we can change them in the barbershop in 2 years. All right, let's commence this group of quests. Getting a lot of little micro stutters whenever I loot stuff. And whenever I cast Earthbind weapon. Or Rockbiter weapon. I don't know what's going on with that. Skinning is fantastic in Mulgore because there's just, you kill so many animals. It's kind of like a no-brainer to take skinning in Mulgore, along with whatever other gathering profession you want, but at least skinning while you're in Mulgore to get an initial good head start in gold. Yeah, we're gonna run out of bag space pretty quick. Gotta get these little amber corns over here. But I don't have the bag space. Okay, get rid of that. I want to be able to turn in one of these quests where we gotta collect so many different things in order to free up some bag space. No other amber corns over there. If we want to keep skinning, we've got to get rid of something. There we go. That sells for only a copper. I don't even want to go over there right now. Don't want to get into all that right now. Oh, the rare is up though. That's all right. See if we can get one more Planestrider Talon and turn in this quest. And one more Ambercorn. There we go. Let's get an Ambercorn over here. And then maybe we can go... We can go right around the corner, right over here. Grab some right here. There's some cougars.
Work complete.
Could probably sell the food. I don't think we'll be needing the food at this low level. Should just be able to top ourselves off with heals and water. So we'll sell the food and turn in this quest.
Greetings. You have done well, adventurer. I will take these and bind their power into a totem of cleansing. I have crafted the totem to cleanse the Winterhoof water well. Now, you must take it to the well and perform a cleansing ritual. You will find it to the southeast, guarded by foul goblins. This will not be an easy task, but you must do it if we are ever to use its waters again. Fortune to you, adventurer. I see you have learned to gather from our sacred land, adventurer. It will take but a moment for me to brew the water of the seers. I now present you with the water of the seers. When you are ready, consume the waters near the tribal fire. Once you have ingested the holy waters, it will take a few moments before the vision materializes before the fire. At that point, it is up to you to follow it to your destiny.
Yeah, we don't need to follow the spirit. It's cool for RP and immersion, but right now I'm a little bit more worried about bag space than immersion. So we freed up. We sold 3 stacks of gray stuff. We freed up 5 inventory slots. So should last us a bit. Of course, somebody's over here killing all the cougars that we need to free up the rest of our inventory. It's alright, it's free skinning, I guess. Gotta figure out what this little stutter is. So it's not tooltips, because I'm hovering over all the different things and it's not causing the stutter. It's only when I loot. Try clearing my cache. I don't actually need wolves anymore. Do need swoops though. See how much damage reduction this totem gives me. Pretty decent amount, actually. So we can test it on this cougar. So right now they're doing 7, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7. It's about 6 damage per hit. If I go out of range of the totem, it should be doing about 10 damage per hit. So I'm out of range of the totem now. Nine, 11, 9, 11. Yeah, about 10 damage per hit. So definitely worth it to have down, especially fighting cats and stuff with faster attacks. Does cost a bit more mana compared to the rest of our stuff, but it is what it is. All right, let's cross over here. We need to finish up our swoop quills, and then we got to go get those gnolls. What else do we need? That one's done. Wind Furies. Go cleanse that well. Swoops. Alright. Just gotta find the swoops. There's a couple. Sweet. Just need one more. Cool. So we're going to run long ways. Go around. See if our rare is still up over here. Then we kind of come back over here anyways, because there's no poachers on the other side, if I remember correctly. Looks like the rare is gone. It's unfortunate. Oh, no, there he is. All right. Let's get some mana first. We're going to pull and then immediately interrupt. I'm not sure which one of these is going to pull Snaggle Spear, but if... Wow, okay, we lucked out. Lucked out. We're just gonna pull him. Well, we want that, so what can we get rid of to take it? Get rid of this single small egg, I guess. Well, he didn't get very... Oh, that wasn't 2 seconds, I don't think. Alright, we can't even fit any of this stuff in our bag. I'm gonna need the healing pot for sure. Get rid of this belt for it. 4 healing pots, that's pretty nice. Nothing else is worth selling. Well, that sells for a bit. All right, we're going to need to run back and turn in these quests because we're going to keep getting grays and trash and stuff like that to drop. And we still got to run over here and do one more quest for the harpies.
Peace, friend. Thank you, adventurer. Using the items you brought me, I'll be able to create the remedy I need to stop the spread of the infection and eventually cure it completely. I owe you my life in thanks, but I'll never forget that screeching call when Masranach came upon me. The blaze of color as its beak descended. Be wary on your travels.
Peace, friend.
I know that gathering these quills was not an easy task, adventurer. In doing this, you prove that you are an adventurer of merit. It is good to have you at Bloodhoof Village.
Peace, friend. Goodbye.
Going to sell the stringy wolf meat too.
Ah, I have just the thing for you.
Shouldn't be killing any more wolves. Alright, let's wrap up these two quests. Then we should be level 8 and have lightning shield finally. Which will definitely help with the melee mobs. Yeah. Actually, I'm not going to run in. There's a few guys in there. I'll pull them out a bit. There we go. Uh-oh. This might get interesting. Alright, that was something. Nothing good. One, Mississippi 2. Okay. One more Skinner and 2 more Tanners after this. We'll run up here. Oh, it looks like we got our first copper node. kind of drop it in a centralized location. And it's like right at that 2-second cast. I feel like it's less than 2 seconds. Come over here and drop a new totem. Bit of an upgrade. Got a little chest hidden over here and some ore up here, so I'll grab the ore and then head down for the chest. Some more ore a little bit further on. Fair trade, I think. right, 3 more. Two more. Cloth is worth more in the long run. We're gonna be level 10 before we get the other 2 talons. Really don't like harpies. Oh man. Sweet. All right. Now we are going to come up here and get this ore though. Sell stuff. Destroy stuff. I think we're going to get rid of that too, because a lot of these guys had cracked bills. And they sell for 28 copper each. So that is quite a bit of silver racked up over several of them. Did we leave any up there? It doesn't look like it. Oh, we got a chest that just spawned over here too. Ah, crap. Okay, what to sell now? That. We're gonna sell this or delete this one piece plume. All right. We're gonna go do Ravaged Caravan and then Hearth back to Bullet Hoof and turn in all these quests. Guess we could skin these on our way up that way. Don't see any other ones. Where is our guy at? There he is.
A few days ago, we found a venture company caravan traveling under guard on the northern shore of Stone Bull Lake. We'd lost 2 of our number in an earlier battle, so we were quick to attack and lay waste to the caravan. We left their supply crates, thinking that our torches would destroy anything of value. But given that venture company salvagers have been spotted near the burned wagons, maybe we were wrong. Perhaps you could go to the caravan and examine the contents of the crates.
that didn't resolve it. Thought my micro stutter thing was... of course, bags are full. Alright. Let's get out of here. Oh no, come on.
Greetings. Walk with the Earth Mother.
Ah, I've been expecting you.
Hail.
Adventurer, it is good you have taken my task seriously. Respect of the land and its creatures is important. Death and life are a circle, a necessity. One cannot exist without the other. Take time to ponder this and do well to never forget it. You have done well, adventurer. You seem well prepared to travel onward. Let the wind always be at your back. What brings you here?
Alright, lots of good stuff. First and foremost, lightning shield.
Ancestors watch over you.
Very nice. This is going to surround us in a damage shield, essentially. Each time a melee or spell hits us, or ranged attack, anything hits us, essentially, then they're going to have damage done back to them.
I've been expecting you.
Some other things that we need for sure are going to be lightning bolt. Definitely rock biter weapon. Actually, we're going to need all this stuff.
Go
All of it.
in peace.
Rock biter weapon rank 2, 100%. So we're going to erase that. That's going to bump our damage, our melee attack power from 49 up to 58. Not a huge increase, but we'll take it. Nextly, we'll have second rank of lightning bolt, which since we have lightning bolt macro down here, we don't actually have to drag it to our bars. It is automatically going to update in the macro. Same thing with burst shock. Right here in this macro, it's automatically going to update because we did not specify a rank. But over here in our interrupt macro, it's going to remain rank 1 because we did specify rank 1. We also got Stoneclaw Totem. This is a pretty cool little defensive spell. You can place it down and additional mobs that are attacking you will attack it. Acts as like a little taunt target dummy type thing. I'm going to put this right there for now. But it only works really in PvE and only with like similarly leveled mobs. It doesn't have that much health at all right now until we talent it, but it helps. Anything helps. So if we get surrounded by 3 or 4 mobs, throw that baby down and a couple of them will ignore us, hopefully. All right, we are going to run up to Thunder Bluff, place some auctions. Got 12 silver left, so we might learn two-handed maces when we're up there. And then hopefully overnight we'll have some auctions sell. And we can buy a really cheap two-handed mace. That would be nice. We can check the auction house for a cheap staff too, since we do have the ability to use staves already. We've got 43 skinning. Let's... Yeah, we're not worried about it right now. I'm not gonna... I was thinking we can get up to level 15 and train skinning once we're up in Thunderbluff, but we've got a skinning trainer in Bloodhoof, so... My dog is ready to play. Really appreciate you guys hanging out. If you've enjoyed the content, would love a like and a subscribe. Really helps me starting out this channel. YouTube is very specific about what works and what does not work for creators and their algorithm. And a like, a subscribe, and comment what your favorite or least favorite part of the video was. I'll be trying to get on here daily and streaming daily. I'm also going to be uploading like a commentary free version of this series. So it's just going to have like just the in-game sounds, just the ambience and the sounds and the music and all the graphics cranked up. Uploading everything in 4K 60 frames per second, so it should be a pretty nice series to stick on in the background while you're going about your day. What in the world? Alright, what do we got? Silver bar, we can stick that up there. Light leather, can put that back up. Oh, looks like our last few sold, so we should be getting mail anytime. Malachite we can sell. Let's do 2 stacks of 1. That should be good. Stick some... Stick some of this ore in our bank.
How? Go in peace.
Alright, so we'll have money for bags tomorrow for sure.
What
Right
brings
now
you
we're gonna go
here?
ahead and train... Huh.
Farewell.
Maces, staves, and unarmed. So who's trained? I thought two-handed maces were trained here in Thunderbluff.
Peace, friend. May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
That's what we're gonna do. Alright gang, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Really appreciate you guys hanging out. I don't want to join that guild, but again, if you like the content, please subscribe, please like, please comment something down in the video. If you'd like to see something done or covered more in detail in the next guide, or the next series rather, tomorrow, let me know. It's very late and I need to sleep. Thank you all. God bless, and we'll see you soon.